Hey guys, guess what? It's camping season, finally. Come on, let's go. So right now we are inside my shop, and today I just wanted to kind of take this opportunity just to kind of show you a bunch of the stuff that I purchased for this new and exciting adventure, camping in a truck camper. So a few months ago I purchased a slide-in truck bed camper. It is the pop-up style, and I'll give you a quick tour of the camper here soon. First things that I purchased was this power station. So what I want to do is I want to do as much of boondocking or dispersed camping, whatever you want to call it. And with that, I'm going to need some power, right? So this should do me just fine. It is 1,000 watt, 768 watt hours. So this should last me quite a while. There are a couple 120 volt outlets here, 2 USB-A, 2 USB-C, and also has like the carport charger here. And this right here is the solar input. And I'll show you the solar panel I bought for that here in just a minute. So yeah, so I think this will actually come in really, really handy. In addition to that, I bought these leveling blocks. So basically, the ground is definitely going to be uneven out there camping and stuff. So basically, you just roll your rear tire on the back here, and then once you're at the level that you want to be at, then you just slide this underneath, and it kind of creates a wedge so your truck doesn't move. Safety first. I have one of these in my home, not this particular one, but I figured, I should get a new one for the camper, something kind of small, compact, because the truck bed campers, they just don't have a lot of space. And again, I'll show you that here soon. This is a camping stove, pot and pan. Grab this out. So there's a pan here, and these fold out, be a nice little handle. I have seen the kind where the handles clip on the side. I kind of like that, so we'll see how this turns out. And then inside here, like I said, there's a few pots inside, and I think there's about a total of 3. And then the last one is like a little tea kettle, so you could heat up water to make coffee, tea, whatever. One of the most important components, I believe, a coffee filter. Later on, I'll probably buy a percolator, but for now, this will work. So basically, this just sits on the mug. You put your coffee grounds inside here, and then you pour the hot water, and there's your coffee. So this was just kind of a nice to have item. Kind of adds a little ambiance to the whole camping experience. This is rechargeable. It is a light. It's a string light, and then you can wind it out here. And it has a few different colors on it here. I'll show you. So there's just like a solid white, and then it has the flashing colors, then the solid color. And then you can also use this puck part as a light. It gets a little brighter, and then that's it. So there are 3 magnetic points here, so you can mount this wherever. And then I thought was a cool feature is that you just wind this up, and there you go. I believe it goes out to around 50 feet, maybe 54 feet, something. So I thought it was pretty cool. This here, believe it or not, is a lantern. My biggest downfall, I think, when ordering stuff online is I just don't read the descriptions fully. So it's a lot smaller than what I thought, but I wanted to get a lantern that was rechargeable. I didn't want to have to pack around batteries and worry about that. So, but I mean, it'll work. So there is a little handle so you can use it as a flashlight. And then I think that's the brightest, and then it dims, and then also goes to red, and then strobing red. So I guess that'll kind of come in handy if I'm in broke down on the side of the road or something, which I don't plan on happening. So like I said, there's a little carrying handle, and then you can also hook it on to things. So we'll see. It is a 2-pack rechargeable camping lantern. I bought this on Amazon as well. You can get it in different colors. I chose orange, so it kind of stands out, so it's easily seen at the campsite. Some of the other items, such as tools. So I went to Harbor Freight and picked up kind of a more heavier duty shovel, and I'll explain why I say heavy duty or dutier. Is that a word?
What?
Heavy duty shovel, whatever. This will be good for, you know, in case I get stuck or have to dig out for like a campfire, something. Then also another Harbor Freight item, a little hatchet for firewood. We all know that's going to come in handy. I bought this because it was just there. I'll probably get more use out of this around the house than I will camping, but I don't know. Another Harbor Freight item. Little pickaxe. I think this will work out really, really great too. A little camping knife. I just picked this up on Amazon. A lot of this stuff I may upgrade a little later, but for now, this will work. You know, just using it kind of outdoors, you know, to shave for some kindling and stuff like that for the campfire. I won't be using this to cook with or anything. Now, just kind of explain the shovel. So I bought this on Amazon, and again, you know, I just don't read the descriptions. It's kind of a military style shovel. Pretty tiny, I mean, but I don't know. I'll probably get some use out of it for whatever reason. And then you can fold it up and you got like a little pickaxe thing with it. So this is basically like about a 6x6 tarp, I believe. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this as a rain fly. So the entrance of my camper, I have nothing up above. So if we do get caught in a little bit of a downpour of rain or whatever, I want to be able to kind of enter and exit the camper kind of dry to kind of keep the camper as clean as possible. So I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to attach a couple hook points to the top of the camper, and then I'll just attach this to it. The only thing I need to do other than mount some little hook points is I need to buy a couple tent poles so that way I can stake this up. And water. Yeah, my camper does hold water, but I also want to have some for, outside the camper too. Okay, so here is the solar panel. So it folds out. This is a 200-watt solar panel. So I've used this a couple times just to kind of test it out, and it seems to work really, really great. Here, what I have is a folding camping table. I mean, this is kind of, I think, a must-have. So I'm going to set this outside the camper, and that way we can store, whatever, camping stove, just whatever we need. We do have a couple dogs that we're going to be taking along with us, and I bought this folding ramp. It works great, but the unfortunate thing is my truck is a little too tall. So I don't know what I'm going to do about this, if I'm going to try to modify this so it works well or better, or if I'm going to have to come up with another idea. So these are a couple traction boards. Here, I'll take it out here. So it's not the major OEM, expensive brand. Like I said, I bought these off of Amazon. I think they'll work well. I've seen videos where they tested these Amazon ones and the more expensive ones, and they seem to work. I mean, sure, they're not the best, but hopefully I won't have to use these too often. What I plan on doing, I want to install some MOLLE panels, and that way I can mount these onto the MOLLE panels on the side of the camper. So I think that'd be a nice look and easy storage, and just get them out of the way. Here I have a 12.5-foot telescopic ladder. Like I said before, my truck, it is a little tall. And so whenever with the truck bed camper in the back, it's up there a little bit. So my camper has a air conditioner on the top, along with a couple roof racks, and there's a 100-watt solar panel up there. So if I need access to it while we're out there camping, I don't want to have to, lower the pop-up portion of the camper. So that way I can just use this and have quick access to it if I need it. I have on the front of my truck, I have what's called a North Hitch. And so I went and bought a basket, cargo basket to mount onto the front of my truck, and I'll show you an image of that. But what I'm going to do, this is just going to hold a bunch of my tools, something like the shovel and the hatchet and stuff like that. In addition to other items, whatever I can throw in here. I plan on packing this pretty good. So this right here, I didn't buy this recently. I've had this for a long time. This is just a ground cover that I'm going to set outside the camper. I have a hammock. That'll be nice to have on a nice cool day. In just general tools, rags, some wooden blocks, spare parts, whatever I think I'm going to need. Probably throw some firewood in there. I bought this at Home Depot. I didn't want to buy it online. I wanted something, for something like this, I wanted to have kind of a quick and easy access. If something goes wrong with it, I can just drive down the road, drop it off, and discuss with someone there. But it is propane and gasoline ran. I plan on doing as much propane operation. I get a longer run time with propane, and also too, it kind of keeps the internal components of it a lot more clean. I bought this kind of just on a whim. I've seen some other videos where they kind of have like these pack out containers, mainly used for like job sites, tools and stuff. This was on sale. I forget exactly where I purchased this from, maybe Home Depot. I haven't decided what I'm going to put in here yet, but these yellow containers, they do come out. But I figured this might be good for some stuff, but I just haven't decided yet what I'm going to put in here. Also, I picked up a couple storage totes. I wasn't looking for this. I just happened to run across these. I was at Costco and they were like $7 or $8 a piece, something like that. And I figured that these would be great for storage options out camping too as well. So I could put food in here, put blankets, clothes, whatever. When there's nothing in here, this collapses down, so space saving for storage, and I think this will be a great addition to the camping as well. And then here, I bought, it goes over a campfire, so anytime I'm cooking, I think this will work out great. One of the last must-haves that I've recently purchased, here in Washington, we have, not every year, not every summer, but quite often we have forest fires. They'll enforce burn bans, so you can't have a campfire. And what's camping without a campfire, right? So the next best thing is a propane fire pit. So I picked this up at Home Depot as well. So this is going to be a great addition. I know I'm going to get use out of this. So yeah, it's the next best thing. Give you a little tour of the camper and to show you what I'm working with, and show you a couple little modifications I've done to it, but nothing major. But let's go take a look at that. Okay, right now we're right outside the shop where I have the camper stored. Like I said, it is a pop-up style, so it pops up approximately about 2 feet or so. It does have an awning that comes out, so that's going to be pretty nice during the summer, stay in some shade. Here is like a 7-inch LED light bar that I installed on this side, and there's also one on the other side. And I do have this wired to a switch panel, so I can turn them on independently or both at the same time. So that way in the middle of the night, we hear noises, we can kind of see what's going on around our campsite instead of just staring out into darkness. So I thought that was a good add-on feature. Okay, right now we're inside the camper. Truck bed campers, they don't provide a whole lot of storage, especially in the pop-up style. So, excuse me. So you gotta kind of have to think outside the box and try to figure out a way to create storage. So I've seen this on some other models, but underneath the mattress here, there's plenty of room. So I added some storage space. So this is just kind of 1x4 framing with these little stringers that run across, and I added the gas struts on here. And so this will be, you can put clothes or skis or, whatever you want under here. This right here is the dining room table, and this piece right here kind of goes right where I'm standing to kind of make a lower bed. But I don't really think we'll be using that too much. And then with that, I just kind of added this foot plate here to kind of keep the mattress in place. It also came with these storage bags. So there are 3 of these in total. I personally didn't like having all of them up, so I took the other 2 down. Because with these up, it just kind of takes up space, so it makes it feel a little claustrophobic in here. So I took the other 2 down. We can still use it to put to store items inside, but I'm not going to hang them up. Because I mean, one of the benefits of having a pop-up style camper is that you pretty much get a 360-degree view of the outside. So, which is what I really enjoy. This model does come with a wet bath, which I'll show you here. There is a toilet, and then there is a shower head here. I also purchased a shower tent, so we just mount that on the outside, and that way if you want to wash down, you can just step inside the tent and you won't be visible to everyone. This goes underneath the mattress. I need to install this back under there. I had to take it out whenever I created that storage space, but it keeps the mattress off of the platform, and it allows airflow to go through. So that way, if there's any moisture in here, it doesn't create any mold or mildew. So pretty ingenious there. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Probably, just really quick, probably about the only other storage area are these 3 drawers here. Other than that, not too much, to be honest with you. I guess the only other things that I did add to or modify, both sides of the mattress, I did install a couple USB outlets to charge our phone, and also to connect any fans because we have these little 12-volt portable fans that we can sleep with. But like I said, there is an air conditioner if I need it. The generator will come in handy for that, because this has a pretty high surge power, and that size generator will handle the surge power. Other than the actual surge power of the AC unit with its initial kick on, it's pretty much an overkill. Okay, so we're back in my shop again, and this is pretty much going to be a wrap for this video. I hope there were some items on here that were new to you, beneficial to you if you're also going to be going out and enjoying the camping experience for the first time. What I do recommend is that for you experienced truck bed campers, drop some notes down in the comments. Let me know some other items that you think that is nice to have or must have. I'm sure that there's quite a few items that I've overlooked or missed, so that would be really helpful. I'd appreciate it. Hopefully really, really soon, I'll be having another video with our first camping experience, and so I'm really looking forward to that. The weather here is Pacific Northwest. I mean, maybe in the future I'll do some solo camping in the winter, but for now I'm going to kind of stick with the nice and dry and sunny, just to kind of get some experience under my belt. And then once I get familiar with that and kind of get familiar with territory and stuff, then I'm probably going to venture into colder weather, maybe rainy, maybe snow. So we'll see, but there's a lot to come. Thanks for watching. Be safe.